Hello friends, welcome to our channel. Do you know our sun is more than 400 times bigger than Earth? No way! Well, there are more amazing facts that you probably didn't know. So sit tight and let's dive into our list of top 5 amazing facts about sun. Number 5. Our sun is middle-aged. Our sun is about 4.6 billion years old, which means it has lived almost half of its maximum lifespan. Scientists estimate that the sun will run out of hydrogen fuel in about 5 billion years. At that time, it will become a red giant and swallow nearby planets, including Earth. Yikes, that gives us about 5 billion years to enjoy the sun's warmth and light. Number 4. The sun makes a lot of noise. NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory, SDO, captured this image of a solar flare in 2012. These bright bursts of light and plasma eruptions are one of the most violent phenomena in the solar system. A solar flare occurs when magnetic field lines on the sun get all twisted up and suddenly release a surge of magnetic energy. The light from a solar flare can be seen from Earth with the naked eye. However, these light shows also emit an array of radio waves, X-rays, and coronal mass ejections, CMS, which can disrupt important functions on Earth such as our telecommunications and power grid system. CMS are actually streams of charged particles that travel through space at high speeds. When they reach Earth, they can trigger geomagnetic storms that affect our planet's magnetic field. According to some reports, in 2021 alone, there were over 100 geomagnetic storms that hit Earth due to the sun's activity. While most of them were minor events, some caused major disruptions in important services. For example, the GPS system was out for hours and airlines had to cancel flights because the storms messed with their navigation systems. Aurora and KP, the two systems used by the US military to track satellites, were also out for days. Not only that, but the storms even knocked out the radio communications between ground stations and low-orbiting satellites. But thankfully, modern technology and advanced forecasting allow us to predict solar flares and CMS before they reach us. Number 3. The sun is not hot. The sun's surface is about 5,500 degrees Celsius or 9,900 degrees Fahrenheit, which is hot enough to melt rock and metal. However, the sun's core is much hotter. Temperatures in the core range from 13.6 million to 15 million degrees Celsius or 24.5 million to 27 million degrees Fahrenheit. To put that in perspective, the average temperature inside a star like the sun is about 14.96 million degrees Celsius or 26.93 million degrees Fahrenheit. So the sun's core is pretty much at the average temperature of a star. The temperature inside the sun's core is so high that atoms are stripped of their electrons, meaning there are no chemical compounds. Therefore, the conventional chemical methods we use to measure temperature don't work inside the sun, so scientists infer the temperature of the core by measuring the frequency of light waves coming from the sun's photosphere. The photosphere is the outermost layer of the sun's atmosphere that is visible from Earth. Number 2. Sunspots are not actually spots. They are regions with strong magnetic fields and relatively low temperatures. A typical sunspot has a temperature of about 3,800 degrees Celsius or 6,800 degrees Fahrenheit. Because sunspots have lower temperatures than the surrounding photospheric gases, they appear darker in photos. But they're not really dark, they just seem dark compared to the brighter photospheric gases. In reality, they are still hot enough to burn anything that gets too close. Sunspots can be huge. In 2017, a massive sunspot known as AR 12,676 made headlines when it became the largest sunspot ever recorded. It was so big that it covered almost the entire visible surface of the sun. If Earth were the size of a nickel, the largest sunspot would be the size of a house. Number 1. You can't feel the sun's gravity. Gravity is a force of attraction between any two objects that have mass. The strength of the gravitational pull depends on the masses of the two objects and the distance between them. The sun's gravity is very strong, but you don't feel it when you stand on Earth because Earth's gravity is much stronger than the sun's gravity. If you were as far away from Earth as you are from the sun, you would be pulled apart by the sun's gravity. But luckily, Earth's gravity keeps us firmly planted on the ground. But if you were in space far away from any massive objects, you would feel the sun's gravity. Thanks for watching. Which fact surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss out on our latest videos. See you next time.